same thing that makes this happen makes this happen. And this. It's electricity. Whoa.
It's no secret that our day-to-day life depends on electricity. From cool sneakers to garage doors, heck, even light bulbs. They all use electricity. But what exactly does that mean? To answer that question, we're going to have to look at where it started. Batteries. Trying to learn anything new is often a bit overbearing, especially if it's boring/sciencey. I'll be breaking everything you need to know about batteries into bite-sized chunks, starting with their discovery, all the way back in 1893. The very first battery was discovered by a man named Gregory Duracell. He grew up in a small rural town of modern-day Idaho with little to his name. The Duracells were a potato farming family when the nation unexpectedly fell into an economic recession known as the Potato Famine, not to be mistaken for the Potato Famine. This famine in turn skyrocketed the price of potatoes and gradually caused an increase in production in Idaho, leading to a severe potato population boom. With an overpopulated state, Greg's discovery was soon to come. On November 12, 1893, Gregory awoke to a thunderous boom. He looked out the window and saw a small flame outside, right in the middle of a potato patch. Sitting on the ground surrounded by fire was Greg's cylindrical future. He had discovered that these Duracells, as he called them, were created when lightning strikes a potato. This changed everything for Greg. Thousands were laid off as battery farming became the most profitable business in North America, with names like Damon Energizer, Henry Maxwell, and yes, Gregory Duracell becoming headlines of the economy. Now that you're familiar with the discovery of batteries, it's time to understand how they work. Looking through some encyclopedias gave me a shallow understanding of battery functionality. All batteries have three alkaline charges, the positive, negative, and neutral variation. To create a closed circuit, you must conduct the positive alkaline charge into one end of the receptor and conduct the negative alkaline charge into the other end. The neutral alkaline does the rest. Now that I've done my research, it was time to go to the battery store and see it all in action. I had acquired a large industrial battery of sorts.
Oh, it's got like nipple clamps.
The pinnacle of modern consumer-friendly battery functionality.
Because it looks like the cables from inside the device are coming out. So unfortunately, I will not be able to test this device. I mean, I can try to do that, but I think because those wires hanging out. You ready? No. 12.5 volts. So this is basically 12.5 volt battery. You will notice they are pointing towards this. I did not move these, they're pointing towards it. And I think that's because this is actually a higher voltage, but a lower amperage.
With my new gadgets in hand, it was now time to experiment. First up was the question on everyone's mind. How do batteries affect gaming performance? I first did a control run where I tested my PC with no power at all. Then I went ahead and connected the battery to my computer and ran the same tests. Here they are side by side for comparison. The next question I had was whether or not you can make a tech deck out of a gift card. I then moved on to a light bulb, but I struggled until I finally tried to use a conductive block of wood to help the flow of the electricity and the alkalines. I was going to test out my old metal detector, but it stopped working. I decided to take it apart and then put it back together, but for some reason that didn't even help. And I got this awesome looking shot of a couple funky bones. The next thing I tried was to make an electric fly swatter, but I couldn't find the battery slot for the life of me. The very last thing I could think of was hair mousse. I thought maybe something would happen if I touched some hair mousse with my battery. But I thought maybe it was just a fluke, so I got a different kind. but nothing. I was starting to lose hope. I watched as the lies of history unraveled before me. The past was becoming an untrusted blur under a facade of believability. Gregory Duracell was a liar.